Greetings, families. Welcome back once again. I hope you are well. I hope your day is good. If this is your first time here, my name is Mamri. I react on any news concerning Africa, especially the AES. Yes, yesterday I left a short note about our President General Assimi Goita going to Russia. He has landed safely. He was invited by the president of Russia, President Putin. We can just guess, we can just imagine the reason why he is there now, because Captain Ibrahim Traore was also there. Anyway, long story short, let's listen and watch when he arrived, the way he was received. I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
For certainly the transitional president flew out last night for Moscow at the invitation of his Russian counterpart, Army General Assimi Goita, as you can see in these images. He was accompanied at President Modibo Keita International Airport by members of the government, heads of institutions, and other dignitaries. This state visit is part of the strategic bilateral relations between Mali and Russia, as well as the diversification of partnerships. There you have it, the departure of the president of the transition, Army General Assimi Goita, for Moscow. The transitional president has safely arrived at his destination. Images will show you 7:05, Moscow in the Russian Federation for a 5-day state visit. Army General Assimi Goita is responding to the invitation of Russian President Vladimir Putin, leading a large delegation of 10 ministers, cabinet members, and several experts. He was welcomed at Vnukovo 2 airport in Russia. The Russian Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Deputy Minister of Defense, and the Deputy Director of Protocol were present to greet him. There was also the presence of about 20 African ambassadors in Russia for the St. Petersburg Economic Forum. They came to show solidarity with President Goita in his fight for sovereign Africa. President Goita will meet with President Putin tomorrow for a one-on-one meeting that will be followed by an expanded working session with both delegations.
Families, I was watching, a lot of thoughts is coming into my mind. I can't put everything here. But look at the way he was received, even not received, the way they took him from Mali to Russia. That flight is from Russia. And they sent a flight to take him in the middle of the night or in the night with his delegate to Russia. For me, that is very, very important. That shows respect, that shows brotherhood. And when you listen to some of the speeches of President Putin, he always refer Africa as a family. There is a reason why I know many of you knows it. When he exposed the black Jesus to the world, and everyone was like, wow. We all know that the generation of my kind started from Africa. And if many people, those greedy people, will accept that we are all one, maybe what is going on in this world now will not be going on. For me, that shows a big respect. Respect to the Russian president for doing what he's doing. He makes sure he travels safely from his country to him, and by the grace of God, he will be landed back into his country. How many presidents have you seen that this has happened? Since our president has been going to Britain, France, have you seen anything like that? The way he was received, the national anthem, the salute, the eyes on him is speechless. It's amazing. I don't even know the word to use. That was what is going on in my mind since yesterday. Like, our president will hire a plane, credit a plane, even though they don't have money to spend for their own people, according to them, and go and visit other presidents and come back, sign a lot of documents, which is our resources away, come back with empty hand. He was taking VIP, proper word, to Russia, and he will be back safely with a lot of information to share with us. Having said that, I've added another video to this one, the reactions of the Malians, the AES citizens in Russia were preparing since Saturday or Friday, whenever they were preparing to wait for their president, their dress code, everything has been discussed. They were publishing it on Facebook and all. Please listen and I'll be back.
From Russia, Vladimir, all of that. At the invitation of the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, the transitional president and head of state, Army General Assimi Goita, will begin a 4-day working visit to Russia starting tomorrow, Sunday. President Goita's visit is part of the ongoing strengthening of bilateral relations between the two countries, which have continued to grow stronger over time. The transitional president, the Army General, will hold high-level talks with his Russian counterpart and other officials of the Russian Federation regarding the vision of Mali and the Confederation of Sahel States. This is President Goita's second trip to Russia. This demonstrates the ongoing trust and mutual respect between the two leaders. The head of state is therefore leaving Bamako for Moscow this evening, accompanied by several members of the government and other dignitaries. Of course, RTM will bring you the highlights of this visit by the transitional president with our special correspondents who are already on site. Moscow is therefore preparing to welcome President Assimi Goita. This state visit is generating great interest among the Malian diaspora and members of the Confederation of Sahel States, especially in academic circles. Based in the Russian capital, members of the Malian community see this visit as an opportunity to strengthen bilateral ties between our two nations. Let's take a look at the level of organization with our special correspondents, Garibou Peru and Siri Kibalo.
Just a few hours before the arrival of Army General Assimi Goita, the transitional president, in Moscow, the Malian community is coming together around a shared sentiment. Each phase tells a story woven from ambitions and dreams. Lori Diabate is the president of the Malian students and interns in the city of Moscow. His hope is rooted in a desire for a future where Malians can benefit from fruitful partnerships.
We are more than proud. We are more than proud because I would say this is one of the historic visits. Because if you look at the bilateral relationship between Russia and Mali today, we will say that this is the first time in history that Mali and Russia have been such reliable partners. So I would say that we, the Malian students and interns in the Russian Federation, are more than proud. All preparations are underway to ensure a warm welcome for our dear president, who is also the current chair of the AU.
Waves of comments are also pouring in on social media. On a platform dedicated to Malians, Abubakrin, a doctoral student at Patrice Lumumba University in Moscow, does not hide his enthusiasm. For him, President Goita's visit is an opportunity to showcase our cultural heritage.
Here is a statement from the Association of Malian Students in Moscow. Good evening, dear compatriots. We, the guardians of Malian culture in Moscow, thought it was very appropriate to welcome our president in our traditional attire Bogolan Bazin Dampe, which we call Tungu in Zori. This will be an opportunity to show our authorities that we will forever remain attached to our cultures and traditions around the world. For Mali, everyone counts.
On the AS side, the nationals expressed their unwavering support for this visit by the head of state. We are delighted to see our president here because it strengthens our voice on the international stage, reassures Alilo Kabiru, president of the Association of Nigerian Students in Russia.
The president, His Excellency Assimi Goita, is not only the president of Mali, he's also the president of the AS and in a way of all of Africa, because he's an emblematic and historic figure in the struggle undertaken for the sovereignty of the AS region. And through this visit, what we expect, we really hope that there will be an exchange to strengthen cooperation, especially in the field of education.
Pride, hope, and optimism Malian community in Moscow, united by bonds of affection and solidarity, is preparing to welcome its president with fervor. Today, for the people of the Sahel, in Russia, President Goita is the leader who carries the hopes and aspirations of the entire African continent.
This is how they did it, and this is how they were waiting for their president. I'm waiting for the official news when he has arrived and everything, when he meets the president, and I'll be here to share it with you. So yes, you have to wait a bit, but for the meantime, one of our brothers asked me to translate a video and then share with you. So yes, I don't know which one will finish first. I'll be sharing that one with you as well. Maybe we can have detailed information of why he is there and everything. They share what they want to share with us, and we know that many at times they are transparent with us. So that's why I always base there. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to hear from them what they have to share with us. Families, I will leave you here. Credit to ORTM for sharing this with us. I'll be back with AES Security Matters. See you soon. Bye-bye, families. My VIPs, my kids and queens, my retaining families. Am I forgetting already? My returning families, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. My new families, thank you. My new members, thank you. I haven't taken your time for granted. God bless you all. Have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.